Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the first episode of Sergeant Neutral Plays TFT. So, this is a game that y'all requested, and it's also a game that I happen to really love playing. And today is the first day that the new set has dropped. I've only played about a game or two, kind of get my placements in there, but I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm probably mostly going to be posting this on Thursdays, maybe 1 to 2 videos a week, depending on how they do and whether or not there's interest. So, I hope you guys enjoy. I'm looking forward to getting this all started. And ideally, I would like to go Dawnbreaker. Dawnbreaker, as I've played a couple times, are incredibly powerful. That maximum health regen is absolutely crazy. And so, boom, we've already got a couple good ones here and an amazing amount of econ. So hopefully we'll be able to kind of get that rolling. But yeah, I mean, this is a game that, you know, you're probably going to be seeing me and my friends play, kind of my college friends and stuff like that, because this is something that we all really enjoy. It's really kind of easygoing, interesting, and not too technically crazy, which is lovely. It really allows us to have kind of a good time, talk about things, you know, kind of go on with life and see how it's going. It's definitely going to be a game that I'm thinking of streaming when I kind of get that all going. So yeah, no, I mean, here we are. We're just doing pretty well. Let's check if anyone else is going Dawnbreaker. So far, no, so far we seem to be the only ones going really hard into Dawnbreaker, which is excellent news for us, because the less people going for Dawnbreaker, the more Dawnbringers we receive. And so I think I am just going to roll a little bit here. Pick that up. That's what I was looking for. So we've got a very strong front line, or a decent front line at least in this part of the game, and a very powerful backline in Kha'Zix. Because Kha'Zix thing is slashes the nearest enemy, doing 350 magic damage. If he has no adjacent damage, increases to, it basically triples it. It literally triples it. So he's really good to kind of like have working on the backline, especially if that backline is kind of isolated, or, you know, the game is going slowly and we're able to kind of get up there. And look at the amount of health that just regen there. It's absolutely bananas. Alright, so here we are. Chomp. 2 good big old chomps there, and we haven't even triggered Kha'Zix regen yet, so this should be a comfortable first win for us. Yep, there it is. And sorry, 348014845. Better luck next time, baby. Let's see how this goes. Alright, so ideally, we would definitely like to keep the bow. The shadow items are new items, which essentially, when you combine them with regular items, can create more powerful versions of the same item, but there's a very big drawback. So for instance, for one, in terms of Giant Slayer, which is something that just lets you do 10% extra damage as pure damage, it also does every attack 2.5% of your health as true damage to you. So there's some real like take-backs and bring-backs, and, you know, it's just a bit of a spicy situation, all things considered. So here we are. We're doing pretty well. Just kind of chilling. We're up against Luckfdwa. I'm sure I pronounced that perfectly with absolutely no issues whatsoever. Good. We're getting some good drink in. Oh, the Trundle Subjugate was really well timed. And Warwick is putting up a good fight, but something tells me, you know, once one of them falls, that's it. Yeah. So that's kind of the reason why I wanted to roll so hard and get a tier 2, because it allows us to really get a solid win streak going at the beginning. To kind of get it going, avoid a lot of that early damage. There's another Kha'Zix. Now, ideally, of course, we'd like to get some more Dawnbringers. A Soraka would be excellent. But, you know, it might not be in the cards for the moment. I could go for another Brawler. And actually, I think that's what I might do. A Brawler just to kind of buff up my front line here, because we already have a very good front line. Our back line is absolutely devastating. so I'm not too concerned about their longevity. But yeah, and as always, I only play ranked in this game, just because I like the fact that it adds a little more tension to my games without, you know, making it too intense. It's not like playing ranked in actual League, where, you know, it might be a 40-minute nightmare. But, I don't think we're gonna... Oh, we might win this. Yeah, we got this. Because one hit from that... Bop. Gone. Wonderful. Really good news for us, and that's 133-980-1446. You know, once again, names that just roll off the tongue. Nice and easy and fun and flirty and all that good stuff. So here we are. Alright, so, what are we looking for here? I believe that's Soraka. I'm not entirely sure. But anyway, we're going to get what we get, and we're not going to complain about it because we are last. Ideally, I would love that Nidalee. But there she goes. You know, it's kind of the rule. If I say I want that, then it must vanish. Boop, thank you very much. Alright, so sorry, Mikio Japa. But here we are. Okay, what have we gotten? Redeemed and a Ranger. We don't need either of that. I do apologize. Dawnbringer Renewer. That's exactly what I was hoping for. Because that way we can kind of build up towards, you know, an extra, you know, 60% of maximum health is crazy. I mean, I'm personally just really enjoying getting into playing with the Dawnbringer while I can, because something tells me they are going to get absolutely nerfed into the dirt. So once again, just ride this wave while we can. Alright, so I think we are probably going to lose this one, because they still have a very good backline here, and we just weren't able to isolate anyone. And Soraka calms the area around her with the highest current percentage mana, dealing... Excuse me? That's kind of rude. Why did you vanish like that? I would have appreciated if you had stayed, Soraka. But well. Who's still fighting? Okay, no one's still fighting. Good. So what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Alright, so another Soraka. So now we can actually look into what she does. Calms the area, dealing 150 damage to all enemies hit, increasing the cost of their next ability by 35%. So that's actually quite helpful for us. And I think we're just going to leave things as is, because, personally... Oh, actually, let's pick him up. In case, that way, because we are going to be rolling up to 5 after Krugs here. And, you know, getting a Nocturne out for an extra level of Assassin is solid. Nocturne's just a generally good hero. And especially since we have Recurve Bow, all we need is a needlessly large rod, and we'll be able to really kind of take advantage of his ability, basically. And there goes Soraka's big help there. Unfortunately, Hecarim is going to undo all of that damage, so we can only hope that Kha'Zix can put in some major work, but unfortunately, just not quite. He did his best, but it just wasn't quite enough. But it's alright. We'll get back. We're at 90. That's totally fine. There's a big bump. Dawnbringer. Yes. Good. And now we are going to leave everything as is, because we're just going to let the Krugs do what the Krugs got to do. And when I say do what the Krugs got to do, I mean get absolutely demolished by us. Destroyed. So, fingers crossed. It's going to be quite an event here. Oh, and it's a shame that they're going after Kha'Zix, but luckily Kha'Zix was able to absolutely demolish him. And we're gonna sell Varus because, you know, unfortunately, just really not what we need at the moment. Alright. So, the items were disappointing to say the least. We will throw you up here. We're gonna be picking up another Revenant. I'm gonna be picking him up just in case we don't come across another Dawnbringer. Big pickup. There's the Dawnbringer we were looking for, so I'll pick that up. Sell these two, and we're just gonna kind of roll down here. Forgotten Abomination, Dawnbringer, boom. And since we're under 10, I'm just gonna roll down just to see if we can't pick up any other little bonus. But no, we didn't. That eye edge could be a relatively huge problem, but look at that regen. The regen is so broken. It is so hopelessly shattered. And as I said, I'm gonna be riding this wave for as long as I possibly can with it. Because pop, pop, ba-da-bum-bum-bum. Excellent. And once again, Dawnbringer level 4, we have a clear path to 6. Unfortunately, 8, we are going to want to hold on to this because 8 is what you get, as you can see here, the Dawnbringer emblem. Another recurve bow. Another renewer, excellent. And we are getting very, very lucky in terms of the rolls here because it looks like there's really not a lot, if any, overlap with us. Yeah, we're the only people apart from them, but even they're going really kind of more of a splash into Dawnbringer. We're going pure Dawnbringer. Maybe putting these guys like this. Kind of switch it up a little bit. And the reason why I'm putting him here is because, as you can see, a lot of people have a fair amount of units in the middle, which we'll be able to take advantage with Nocturne with his spin attack. And that way Kha'Zix will hopefully, you know, maybe jump in on that Nidalee, wipe out that Nidalee, and allow us to, you know, our front line is doing what our front line does and absorbs a ton of damage. Alright, so unfortunately she jumped away before we were able to really kind of show off what it is that we do. But it's still well within our... Oh my god. Just absolutely wiped him out there. And I'll take it for sure. And boom. Love that. And once again, that was a guy that was level 6 and unbeaten. So there's a lot of advantages in his favor that we were able to overcome because of Dawnbringer and correct positioning. So yeah, and as you guys probably noticed, well, you guys may not have noticed because I don't know if I'll keep it in or not, but what we did is that you'll have noticed that we are currently in bronze. That's because we reset, and I kind of want this channel to be kind of just, this series at least, to be us making it up the ladder. Just all the way. The goal is hopefully gold, plat, above that. Really, like, focusing on the meta, really trying to figure out how this all works, baby. And unfortunately, it does not look... Ooh, that was a significant amount of damage, but just not quite enough. If we could get a Morello's or something on her, we'd be... Oh, interesting. That's the Michael Jackson. Very cool. From Thriller. But let us see. Boom. Truly tragic after a loss. But when in doubt, jam it out, baby. Alright. So that would be really nice for us to pick up. Yeah, we really want that more than anything, frankly. And of course... Oh... Oh my god, we actually got away with it. Huge win. Major W. Major W. 10 out of 10, ladies and gentlemen. That was a 10 out of 10 move. Alright, so. That was actually kind of a really good, because also Dawnbringer, Karma, and we are going to be able to slap Morello's on her. I'm going to throw it up just so we can get her out on the field. Roll once. Nothing here. But with Karma there, we're one away from Dawnbringer. And granted, we did lose our belt, which could come back and bite us, but I think getting the Morello's is going to be incredibly helpful. I mean, just look at that damage. That potential damage there. Oh, and we got a Coven there with Morgana as the Coven lead. Oh, but we were able to get the extra mana cost on her. And we're starting to get Morellos going. Yep, down to a maximum. Ooh, unfortunately, they blew us up. And that was because of Yasuo and Morgana. Alright, that makes sense. Once again, we're still 72 before Wolves. Like, I'm certainly not thrilled that we're not balling out of control, but we certainly also aren't getting annihilated. Because we need another tier 3 and then a tier 5 and then a belt and a spat. So we need a bunch of stuff, but hopefully we'll get there in time. And here we are, still no indication as to who we're playing next, but let's find out. Alright, so we got some Nautilus, some Forgotten Knights. Okay, Ironclad Knights. And it's Exit and Jess. Okay. So hopefully we'll be able to keep up. Ooh, wonderful. Good pick on that. Kha'Zix. Awesome. Another great pick. Ooh, really we're hoping we'd be able to pull off another one there. I mean, certainly not a beautiful combat, but it's a combat nonetheless. And we won it. We will take it. We will take it with Karma coming out on top. We love that. Alright, so now we kind of got to close ranks because these wolves are going to jump up here and to really go to town on us. So hopefully we'll be able to avoid that. Alright, here we go. Alright, unfortunately had completely forgotten our assassins, but that's how it is sometimes. Okay, unfortunately really not what we were looking for there, but also not the end of the world. Alright, so here we are. I'm gonna put you here. Roll once just to make sure. Dawnbringer Skirmisher. That's exactly what we needed. And we've got 34, so we'll be able to roll up to 7 next, and then we can get 6 Dawnbringer. Actually, let's just get her in now. Worst comes to worst, we'll be able to throw Nocturne in later. But I don't think that's necessarily going to be the end-all, be-all, is our Nocturne. I mean, look at the health regen right there. It's just... I mean, it's just upsetting. But once again, we don't quite have the damage where we need it to be, but we are slowly getting there. We just need 2 more Kha'Zix. And we're not taking big hits yet. We're not taking huge hits. We're certainly taking hits, and that's not lovely. But we're making it out all right, I think. We just have to get a couple good more rolls, and like proper rolls. Now I've got to avoid it. I'll get another recurve bow. I have 4 recurve bows. One thing that I think I am tempted to do is do that. We'll see how that works out. But I'm feeling confident in our ability to have it work. I could be completely wrong. It could be an absolute disaster. Or it could be the start of something new. We'll see. We'll see. Because once again, unfortunately, our guys are just low tier here. They're doing the best that they can, but it's just not quite enough. Even with all the regen, even with all those bonuses. Oh, I was really hoping we'd be able to stop Ivern from summoning Daisy. Yep. Yep, so now we're really, yeah, that was 12 damage. That was a lot of damage. And that was have Jean, that's fine. It seems like Mikioff has having a bit of a rough time staying connected, even though he is first rank here. Get Redeemed Invoker, not what we're looking for. Excellent. Excellent. We keep rolling down just a little bit. Sorry, Nocturne, we gotta say goodbye to you for now. That's a big one. That's a good one. Nocturne's right there looking at me like, Father, why did you do this? But we are one away from Kha'Zix. Let's organize this. This is a little bit of a nightmare. Yeah, so we're 2 away from 2 tier 3s. So our potential damage dealing capability here could be quite nice. Excellent. And there's just that crazy regen. If it wasn't for that stun, we would have crushed it. But there was a stun, and that is life. But luckily, this means we'll have first pick. Hopefully, there is a belt or a rod, frankly. I'd also go for a spatula to kind of have that opportunity to get another Dawnbringer. But I think I'll go for the rod here. Yeah, that way we can get a Jinsu's Rage Blade on probably Kha'Zix. Just get that damage going as fast as possible. Because we gotta pump it out, baby. And since he is oftentimes around our top 3 here, Karma doesn't need to attack more, or does she? Well, that's pretty nice. Okay, that's a huge pickup for us. There's another Nidalee, and I'm gonna hold up. 0.7, 0.98, so he's already attacking faster, so I will probably just put her. That way she can just really start pumping out that damage. We'll see, it might have been a bad choice. But I don't really think it will be. Applying on-hit effects, that could also be really good on her. Because if we can get Karma popping off right away, that's really going to be helpful for us. The LeBlanc chains really hurt. And this Vladimir absolutely holding the line in terms of regen. Oh, but Kha'Zix starting to do work here. Good lord. Alright, come on, bud. Come on, bud. Oh! Alright. But we do have a path to victory here. We do have a path to victory. That's a big one. Could also get a new renewer with Ivern. I think that's what I'll do. Invoker, all allies getting extra mana for their attacks. That's going to be really helpful for these two. Renewer. Renewers heal 4% of their maximum health each second. If they're full health, they restore mana instead. So, that could be pretty nice, all things considered. So he's level 8, so let's see if we're going to be... Oh! Amazing. We were able to absolutely crunch on his backline. And it looks like we're still going to be able to kind of take advantage of that. Yeah, because we've got a very strong front line as well, with Daisy here coming in. Good damage all over the place, and boom, she had 10 mana, 1.27 attacks a second. Solid. Solid. So let's hope we can keep this momentum going. With a lot of people switching up some positions here. Karma, a tier 2 Karma would be pretty sweet. You know what they say. It would be pretty cool. So, yeah, so things are all right. So we definitely have a way to victory here, which I'm very excited to explore. Yeah, and these are raptors. I mean, you're never really holding your breath if raptors are gonna, kill you or not, because at this point, if raptors kill you, it's amazing you're still here, basically surviving. Because raptors are not like a huge skill check. That's not just me being cocky. I swear, it's just one of those things. Like, by the time you get here, you should be in pretty good shape, all things considered. All right, there's another Soraka. I don't need another Nimble right now. Let's just get another Soraka. Ooh, bit of a lag going on here. Well, at least on my screen. I don't think... I'm looking at OBS right now. Seems like things are going pretty well. Oh yeah, we like that. We like the amount of mana that is flowing into our Kha'Zix. Don't love the fact that he's been silenced for a very long time here. Oh, but that Draven just popped off. 3.7. Yeah, and Risk Thirster, that's fine. Alright, so things are going... I mean, not great. Not great. They could certainly be going better. I think I'll definitely be kind of, like, leaning back into this here for a second. For each enemy targeting them. I'll have you be the real brunt of our defense here. And yeah, you get Spartan Gloves. Sure, why not? Okay, here's 13398014446. Real rough time to get stunned like that. But luckily we were able to clean up here. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Alright, so there's a lot of kind of close combats happening right here. See who exactly is able to pull it out here. Ooh, that might be it. Yep. Tragic. He was at level 9, so he'd gone super hard into Econ, but unfortunately just did not quite have enough to punch it through to the end there. Ironclad Redeemer. Ooh. I mean, I love Kindred. You know, very few times I've played. Alright, so I think we're going to say goodbye to a tier 3. A tier 3 Gragas, but that's simply how the cookie crumbles sometimes. Alright, so this will be interesting, and here I probably should have moved my Kha'Zix because he's going to be probably taking a significant amount of aggro, but the fact that he creeped away just fast enough to avoid getting popped by my Kha'Zix. And this is Hellion, which essentially every time someone dies, they come back as a 1-star lower version of themselves. Yeah, and we just weren't able to get to Teemo at the back there. Well played, Lele man. Well played. Or would that be well played, man? Well played, man. Well played, man. Alright, so here we are. We're going in. So here, another Morello's is probably really not a bad choice for us. If we can get that Morello's, no we cannot. Or that Garen. Okay, also no. Let's get Zerat Portal. Yeah, because I can get Zerat Portal and maintain my strong front line here for as long as I possibly can. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not unhappy with that choice. Mordekaiser, alright. Bye-bye, Mordekaiser. And I don't think we're going to be... Even if we get popped, I don't think we are dead next turn. Which should mean that we're able to save up a little bit more before we really roll. Alright, let's just keep... Because ideally, our #1 need is a new Karma. Getting another Karma would be massive. And of course, because I move him to the other side, Aphelios with a double Rage Blade is going to be putting in some work. Will it be enough? Oh, nope, not quite. Ooh, but I mean, Aphelios, 3,500 damage by himself. Don't love it. I do not love it, my friends. It is not great. So that's another one gone. We're still holding our position here. Huge. Massive, massive. Big victory for us there. Big, 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 big victory. Alright, so there's a lot of people there, a lot of people there. Okay. No, I'm happy with our positioning here. Alright, so we're up against the number 1 guy. He has 1 jumper. Luckily going after Soraka Nakarma. She's really starting to bump up her damage here. Yep, she's hit max level. A lot of revives going up here. Yeah, because that's a Revenant with revive, so he revives twice. Well, technically he gets 3 lives with GA, but we were able to muscle through that even though he's level 9, I mean. Alright, great. So nothing that we need here. Hextech, I'm probably going to be using on Karma. Because that, if I remember correctly, you heal for 33% of the damage that your abilities and attacks deal. So hopefully that will be more than enough. And the dragon's going to give us some gold, baby. Here we are. For those of you guys watching my Evil Genius Let's Play, you guys know that I love gold. It's such a dumb catchphrase, but I love it. Alright, so we're just going to be bumping up as much as we can. Sorry, Lux. Yeah, alright, so I think that's about as good as we're going to be able to do here for the moment. Yes, magic and true damage, and that's awesome because we've got Morelos on her. Alright, so here's Lele Man, and hopefully we'll be able to kill Lele Man and not be well played, play man. So, none of that really made sense, but here we are. Big stun, huge stun on me. Oh! Oh, come on, Nidalee. Come on, Nidalee, you beautiful monster. Oh! Alright. We just took a little bit of damage, though. Just a little bit. And we're top 4. Hey, top 4 is good. Way better than bottom 4. Alright, great. Nothing there, so we'll just pick that. Sell for 5, that's 7, that's only 1 tap. Sell for 8, 2 taps, 48. We'll see how this next mission goes before we start deciding whether or not we're gonna tap, start selling our units. Alright, once again, should have moved him over, didn't. Gonna probably be a much bigger problem that he's a tier 2 Aurelios, but not Aurelios. Aphelios. English is hard, so is reading apparently. Oh, well, that shield definitely wasn't what I wanted to see. That might be it for us. Yep! Tragic. Tragedy strikes. So we are going to keep watching. So Lele Man's looking, all 3 of these guys are looking really good. I'm less convinced with MKJ here, mostly because I think we could have won had I positioned my Kha'Zix in even just not a garbage way. But since I put him in an absolute garbage position, then garbage result occurred. So here we are. So, here we are with Lele Man. This will be an interesting matchup. Once again, the Teemo with the throws here, 4 Infernal Souls every time is just so good. yet Aphelios has hit very much a critical mass, much like he was into us, and that'll be enough to get Lele Man out. And here they are. Oh, they have a wonderful selection. Rabadons could be really, really nice. Yeah. So Havgi got Rabadons. Who would I put that Rabadons on? And Set isn't bad. Hyvern could be interesting. Zyra, I mean, he's got a lot of good options. I'm very interested to see what he does with it. Level 9 could be a huge... Oh, 9 with Kindred. That's a tier 2 Kindred. Oh, this is going to be a battle of the beasts here. Alright, let's see how this goes. Alright, here we are. Things are starting off pretty statically, surprisingly so. But now, that's exactly what everyone was waiting for. Just an absolute kind of blowout. Unfortunately, that is going to be a really damaging stun for Aphelios, because that is just stopping all that pure, raw damage coming out. That might be all they need to win, but we will see. Yes, and that is exactly what he needed to win, was just those stuns on Aphelios. As long as he's able to shut down Aphelios, then that is it, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, I mean, a lot of interesting things happening here. We will see how the rest of this goes. Zyra did just hit tier 3, and that's a nice little boost. So now Zyra sends a Surge of Vines towards the farthest enemy, dealing 600 magic damage and stunning all enemies they hit for 3 seconds. So that is exactly what they need to really shut down that Aphelios. Heimerdinger also has Spear of Shojin and Rabbi's Deathcap on his baby dragon. And that baby dragon's what we saw with that huge burst there. Unfortunately, it looks like the baby dragon is still here. I thought he was dead. He was not. But we'll see. There just wasn't quite that stun that they needed on Aphelios this time around. Yep. So it really all comes down as to whether or not you're able to stop that Aphelios. Another Jinsu's Rage Blade here, and a Zephyr. Zephyr in this position might actually be really, really solid, because all you really need is to disrupt 1 or 2 of these positions for here, to really just blow it wide open. So we'll see. This could be very, very spicy. I mean, not this, obviously. The next, the next one. This is actually fairly straightforward. They're probably gonna win. When I say probably gonna win, they're like definitely gonna win. Could you imagine making it this far and then dying to Void Herald? That would be brutal. That would be so demoralizing. So. Alright. Yeah, I mean, at this point, we really just have to wait. The cards have been thrown. The hand is down. The dice have been cast. I have run out of metaphors. And here we go. And once again, unfortunately, Aphelios is popping off. The stun, huge stun. Follow-up stun, another stun, chain CC. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Congratulations to Have GY. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. And don't hesitate to join the Neutral Army. And this is Sergeant Neutral, signing out.